Hey Neptune, Travis here. I want to share with you some exciting news and invite you to join us this Sunday at 10 o'clock in the fellowship hall as we talk about funding renovations for both our sanctuary and our fellowship hall. So how did we get here? Well, when I was meeting with the search team, one of the things that they had mentioned was the need for a renovation in our facilities. As I talked with staff, I've found that it's been since 2003 when the church was last updated with major renovations. So as I began the journey of trying to figure out, okay, how do we do that? What I ran into was many companies said, you know what, you're not big enough. You're not. It's not worth our time or the value to come in and renovate a sanctuary and a fellowship hall. They were looking for organizations or churches that were doing significant buildings and add-ons of millions and millions of dollars. So we were kind of running into a wall. But earlier this year, I had a church member who shared with me about Blueprint 1122, which is a ministry of the Church of 1122 that's comprised of former building contractors and other individuals that are familiar with renovations and buildings and that sort of thing. And we began to meet with them and talk about what it might look like to do a renovation here at Neptune. After we talked for a while, we presented to members of this church a desire and a request to hire them as our project manager to begin moving forward with creating designs and looking at what a refresh in our sanctuary and our fellowship hall might look like. And over the last many months, we've been meeting with them and interior designers, audio and video lighting type people, and architects and constructional people, trying to figure out what we can do in our fellowship hall, in our sanctuary, to modernize and to make it feel more of like who we are here in 2025. We've met with our building and grounds team and other significant key leaders here in the church and kind of gotten brainstormed and sought ideas from them as well. And so the Blueprint 1122 took all of that information together, and they've come back with recommendations for how we move forward. For example, one of the recommendations is all new flooring, both here in the sanctuary, including the ante rooms, on both sides of the sanctuary, new flooring in the lobby, and new flooring in the fellowship hall. New seating here in the sanctuary, both downstairs and upstairs, making the balcony fully functional for seating. New lighting and sound equipment, new wiring all throughout the sanctuary. New ceiling tiles above, as well as sound panels to stop the echoes that we hear throughout the sanctuary. A redesign of our lobby, including new furniture and new entrance doors that have windows, allowing people to see in as they approach from 3rd Street. These are just a few of the recommendations that have been made and which we are excited about implementing here at Neptune. So this Sunday, we're asking you to join us at 10 a.m. in the fellowship hall to hear the recommendation from the investment team to move some of our money from our investments to fund this renovation beginning in the spring of 2026. The way it'll work is we would start off by renovating the fellowship hall, and then once that's completed, we would move to renovating the sanctuary. And while they're working on the sanctuary, we then would meet on Sundays in the fellowship hall for worship service. Our hope and desire is that we would be completed with all of the projects by the end of the summer and have a fully renovated, new, beautiful looking campus, both in our sanctuary and our fellowship, by the time our students go back to school in September. So we'd love for you to come this Sunday and to be a part of this exciting time and to vote yes as we move forward with what God might be doing here at Neptune. Hope to see you at 10 in the fellowship hall. Love y'all.